Good morning. All right, well, as you can see, I am working on a little intro for our film festival here in 2018 at Greenville. And I'm not in After Effects right now, I'm in Photoshop. And let's take a look at our layers. The cool thing about After Effects is you can do a lot of your pre-composing in Photoshop or Illustrator, and you can import all of the layers. And as you can see, I have an awful lot of layers in here, so I'm just going to drag to hide some of those. And I'm basically starting with this composition, which I'm going to reuse over and over for the different categories of animation. And so I actually might simplify this a bit because I've got a lot going on here. Let's show all the layers. So I'm dragging through. So right now I have GU Film Fest 2018 category animation, and I have these little grungy ticket things. And a couple of things before I get started. I am going to, as you can see, I have everything named. That's important. We don't want anything named layer 1, layer 2, layer 3. I have them in modes. For example, the grungy thing, which is this, is in overlay mode, and I'm going to take its opacity down because I think it's a bit harsh and overwhelming. Okay, so let's see if that improves it a bit. Yeah, I think so. I think I want this to be a little bit less busy, so I may get rid of this, which is the bottom ticket. So I can get rid of it just by deleting it, and I think that improves it a bit. Or does it? Yeah, I'm going to take category animation down to here. Remember, I don't really have to worry about the title safe area in After Effects because this is going to be shown digitally, and so it's not shown on television, therefore I'm okay. All right, so I have GU Film Fest 2018. I'm going to move the word 2018 up. As you can see, I'm using everything here, I'm using layer modes. So this is set to multiply. If I set it to normal, it's just kind of this tan color. So if I set it to multiply, it darkens it and makes it more transparent. GU Film Fest, I'm going to adjust so that the angle matches the angle of this little tickety thing. And I'm just going to move this over so that we can see it. Okay, so this is for category animation. I do not like the colon here. I'm going to get rid of it. Goodbye. All right, so now I'm going to size this up just a hair so that it matches the size of the word animation. Okay, using my smart guides in Photoshop. I could do something with this ticket or I could delete it. I'm going to hide it for a minute here and see if it helps simplify the composition. So notice I have it named top ticket. Let's see. Try one more thing here. I'm going to try category animation here. That'll be nice because it'll give me the ability to maybe show previews in this area. Okay, so I'm going to save that. And I am going to, I'm not going to delete the left top ticket or the top ticket because I might want to use it later. So I am going to keep it in the composition. Now I am going to move category animation though on top of it. So I have all of everything nicely organized here. I have all of my type, I have my graphics, and I have my background. Okay, I'm going to save. And now we're going to move over to After Effects. Now again, I may not use this, but I'm keeping it in there just in case I want to do something with it. I may get rid of it altogether. But that's not the point I'm making here in this video. The point is that when I create a new After Effects project, which I'm going to do right now, I'm going to import a file. And I'm going to go to Project Files Lecture 3, which is where we are. And I'm going to go to filmfestinterface.psd. Now when I open it, it knows the format, and I'm going to import it as footage, or I can import it as a composition. Now if I import it as footage, It's also going to ask me if I want to keep all the layers. I can import it as a composition, which automatically creates a composition. That actually is what I want, but what I really want is to import it as a composition in which I retain the layer sizes, because I want to retain all of the resolution. And as you can see, this is 1024 by 600. Thankfully, everything in here is vector, so I'm going to be able to resize it before I actually use it for the film festival. All right, so I'm going to click open. All right, and I have two options: editable layer styles, merge layer styles into footage. Okay, and I want to be able to edit everything. So there it is. Now look at this. I have a new composition, and what do you know? I have all of the layers, and they're as individual PSD files. But if I look at FilmFest interface here as a composition, everything has been imported. So when I hit the playhead, I can start to fly stuff in or dissolve it in or whatever I please. Okay, so let's take a look, and we're going to do fit so that we can see everything. And remember, we're not seeing it at full res. Now I'm going to go ahead and save as, and I'm going to save it under Project Files Lecture 3, and I'm going to save it as, let's see, what's my naming convention here? Project to beginning and end. So I'm going to save it as Project 3 beginning, and it's going to be .aep. If I hide extension down here, it'll show me that extension. All right, so I'm saving that as an After Effects project. So this is the beginning of my project. Now at 1/3 resolution, it looks pretty crappy. At full resolution, it works great, looks great. Remember, please, that full resolution is how it will render. And I'm doing 1/3 resolution, 1/3 resolution, just so I can see how this thing looks. So I have all of these layers, and this is a lot of layers, and we are going to work on a composition in which we start to fly them in, dissolve them in, and create something that's a little bit more interesting. All right, one thing to note is that I have not, these are not rasterized. They're still, I didn't rasterize them in Photoshop or make them into smart objects. So when you open this, if you don't have this typeface on your computer, you may be in trouble. So when we actually do this in class, I probably ought to go back and rasterize that type. All right, not thinking. Okay, so let's go back. And I'm going to adjust the positions of some things because I think I will keep that ticket. I also hate this orange color, but I'm not going to worry too much about that right now. So I'm going to adjust the positions here, okay. And now let's start by having these fly in. So I have a fully layered Photoshop file right now, and I have a composition that is 1 minute. All right, so what do I want to come in first? What do I want to come in last? Well, I want the background to stay in for the entire composition. However, I want everything else to come in sequence. So I can start dragging these so that they come in at different points in time. So because I've ordered these layers approximately, actually I just ordered them based on type. I'm actually going to create a quick animation here simply by taking these layers. So I'm going to have the word Greenville University, GU, come in first. After that, I'm going to have the word film come in, and then fest. And then, let's see, 2018 will come in after that. Okay, so you can see I can also reorder these layers. So right now things are a little bit confusing. So I'm going to take the word film. So I want the word GU to come in first. And because of that, I'm going to move it to the top. GU film fest 2018. Okay, that looks a lot better. Now category is going to fly in next. animation is going to fly in after that. And so now we get to our graphics, the grungy thing. All right, the grungy thing right now is flying in later, but I'm going to have the grungy thing fly in. I'm going to have it dissolve in the very beginning. So I'll have it dissolve in around the time that the first, if I take the playhead here and kind of use it as a measuring tool, I'm going to have it dissolve in. Right now it's just going to pop in, but I'm going to have it dissolve in. All right, left top ticket. Okay, so let's just play this and see what we have. Okay, this is going to be super slow because it's a minute. I'm going to want to speed that up. Grungy thing, GU. Whoosh, this is slow. Film. Fest. 2018. Category. Animation. Okay, well that is really slow. So we're going to make things happen quite a bit faster here. And I'm going to start that process simply by dragging the playhead so that, and I'm going to move my timeline. I'm going to increase my timeline. This is coming in over 5 seconds. That's way too long. We're going to have it come in over 1 second. So actually the first one will start at 2 seconds and everything else is going to come in 1 second after that. So here we go. So all right, so 2 seconds. At the 2 second mark, right here, GU, half second, film, and I'm going to move this, demagnify this a bit, film, fast, 2018. So all that's coming in over the space of 2 seconds. And that ought to be about right, I hope. All right, let's test those 4 words and see if the speed is a little better. GU Film Fest 2018. Okay, I like that much better. All right, so I'm going to demagnify a second and then category, and then animation is going to come in about a half second later. Okay, and I said the grungy thing is going to come in at about the same time as the word animation. All right, so let's magnify the timeline here and see what we're looking at in terms of seconds. So I want this to be somewhat exact. In fact, I'm going to magnify it all the way, so we're looking at frames. Maybe not all the way, I just want to look at seconds here. 3 seconds, 4 seconds. Okay, so at 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds, at 3 seconds, Fest is coming in, at 3.5 seconds, 2018 is going to fly in, at 4 seconds, the word category is going to fly in, and at 4.5, maybe I want a little bit more of a pause here. At 5 seconds, category, animation, and the grungy thing are going to fly in. All right, let's save that. And actually, I should start saving it as end. We'll say project during. So we haven't applied any effects or anything. And remember, I could use 0 if I had an extended keyboard on my laptop, but I don't. GU Film Fest 2018, category animation. Okay, I'm happy with that for now. Okay, and now I have this the left top ticket, the orange ticket, and so these 3 I'm going to have them, like I said, I'm going to have them fade in, but they're going to come in over the course of 1 second. So I'm going to have the top ticket actually come in last. The orange ticket It's going to come in first because GU Film Fest comes in first right here. So I'm going to have that dissolve. I'm going to have that dissolve in, but right now I'm just placing where it's going to go. So it's going to come in at 1 second. The top ticket's going to come in a little bit later at 1.5 seconds. So notice my playhead snaps to 1.5 seconds. Background is going to stay static throughout. And the left top ticket is going to fly in later. I'm sorry, that's top ticket. All right, so we might need to reorganize these layers a little bit. Let's see how it looks. All right, okay, let's go back. All right, so I want what's coming in first to be on top so that I continue to organize this and make it a little easier for me to animate. The grungy thing, where is that coming in? That's going to fade in at the same time, so that's last, that's good. Okay, and then I have here, I have the left top ticket, but I want the orange ticket to come in first. Then I want the left top ticket, which is right here. I'm going to move that to in between. Top ticket comes in last, and then grungy thing. All right, so I've organized the layers in my Photoshop composition so that I don't have to do a lot of work and everything comes in sequence and it's organized so that myself or another person could work on it later without thinking, what the heck did I just do? All right, let's try it. Okay, cool. All right, thanks for watching. We're going to continue to work on this file.